Welcome to Childcare Gateways, a comprehensive and all-inclusive system designed for all childcare providers. We have many wonderful features, such as attendance record, child's profile, daily reports, create rooms and staff ratio, unlimited observation, EYFS and COEL framework, tracking of child's development, sign in and out feature, learning journal, email communication, parent section, event bookings, unlimited data storage, invoicing accounts, instant reports and printing, and out-of-school clubs features. I will now show you a demo of our live system. This is a dummy account that I have created for my nursery setting. This page in front of you is known as the dashboard. These following boxes will give me quick access to these subheadings. However, I will cover these pages while I go through down the menu later on in this demo. I have also information of the occupancy level and the rooms that I have created on these graphs. Please note that Childcare Gateways can be used on any device as long as it is connected to the internet. I will now select staff members on the menu list. This is a list of all the credentials that I have created for my staff members to gain access to the system. Please note I have created one for the sign in and out feature, which I will show you later on in this demo. In order to create these credentials, just click on the Add New and complete this page. Once created, it will be added onto the system. I will show you an example of one I have previously created. If you'd like to make any changes to these credentials or reset the password, just click on these edit buttons under the action column. I will now select Parent Logins. The parents also have access to the system where they can view their child's information and profile. In order to create this, just click on the Add New button. Once you've added the parent's information on this page, you select the child that's already on the system to connect their profile to their login details. And once saved, it will be added onto the list. I have now clicked on the room button on the menu list. You will need to create rooms accordingly, even if it's one room or more. You can add this onto the system by clicking on the Add New button. This is where you can log in the ratio of one staff member to a certain number of children. Once saved, it will be logged onto the system. If you would like to make any changes, just click on the Edit button under the Action column. I will now show you the children's page. This is a list of all the children that have registered onto the system. In order to create a new child's profile, just click on the Add New button and you will gain access to the registrar page. I will scroll down for you just to have a look at the information required in order to complete this page. Now, this is an example of a page that I have completed for a child. I've added their personal information, allocated them a room, added in the EYFS group, a little bit of the payment information, date of joining and leaving. If they were to leave, you can add that onto the system. You also have access to uploading their personal picture. And the voucher scheme. We also have a pre-booking system on a weekly basis available, which you can select for this child. I have added on their personal information and the parents' guardian information as well. I've added the parents' email address where I can send emails directly to the parent. That I will show you later on in the invoices and the communications section. Once saved, it will be added onto the list. Now this is the child that I have just added onto the list. The system will automatically generate a PIN number. This PIN number will be used in the sign in and sign out feature. these following buttons under the action column. This button will gain access to the child's profile. This button will take you to the edit button, where you can go back to the previous page and make any changes. And this button here is the timesheet, which is connected to the sign in and sign out feature. I have selected the timesheet, and you can see when the parent logged in the PIN number and when they left, the child left, using the sign in and sign out feature. Going back to the child section, I will now select the child's profile. Now this is the information that I've added onto the system. As you can see, these are the subheadings to gain access to the other pages for this child. These two will give you the personal information, and then I will go into daily reports. Now in the daily reports, you can add in any observation or reports onto the system for this child. By selecting these plus buttons, you can go into these relevant boxes and make an entry. I will select one, for example, here. You can upload any pictures. Once saved, it will be added onto the list of all the previous entries. If you go back onto the daily report, you can see the information that I've added onto the system. If you select on these little blue boxes, it will take you directly to the page of all the previous entries. I will now show you the learning journal. Now on this child's profile, this is an overview of his learning journal. In order to go into the framework to add an observation, these subheadings are available to be clicked into. I've selected moving and handling, and I would like to add a new observation by clicking on the add new button and completing these boxes. I can also upload a picture and any comments, and then save onto the system. This is one way of adding the learning journal. We have created a new feature where you can add the observation on by clicking on the menu Add Observation. Here you can add more than one students or children. Select the subheading for the learning journal. For example, numbers. I'm going to select the group and the level emerging. You can upload any pictures and then select the categories. You've also got the option to select more than one. You can add any comments or observation. Once saved, that will be added onto the system. I'm going to go into Dave McDonald and you will see in his profile, in the learning journal, under numbers, I have created that entry just now and it's been logged onto the system. Again, numbers here, and you can see the two entries that I selected. I will select calendar. This is an overview of the entries put into the system by me. The attendance record, payment, and the absences. Now selecting payments and funding. Here is an overview of the payments received for this child. In order to create, just click on the Add New button and complete this following page. You will also able to print payments. However, we do have another subheading in the menu called Invoices. To create an invoice from this side, just click on Add New and complete the following page. In the payment type, you have these options available. And the payment status, I can complete it if I have received the payment already. However, I'm going to select Pending and save onto the system. Once this has been saved onto the system, this invoice, a email will be sent directly to the parent to notify them of an invoice. You can also complete the payment here by selecting this tick button. Now you can see that the payment has been received and been sent to the paid section list. I will now select Attendance on the menu. Now these are the rooms that I have created, and I've allocated some of the children into each of these rooms. Now this is an option for childcare providers to manually register the child in. It's a list of all the children that will be attending that day. I have selected events in the menu list. Here's a list of all the events that I have created on my system. You can use this feature to receive consents from parents by clicking on the Add New button and completing this page. I will show you an example of one I have previously done. In the status, I have selected Publish. This means that this information will be directly sent to all the parents that have access to our system. Okay. Under the Action button, you can see View the event, or you can make changes. However, you can also see a list of all the parents that have consented or confirmed that they have seen this information. I am now going to show you the feature for our communication section. Clicking on communication and select any of these users, you can have direct contact to these users or parents or staff that have access to the system. We also have an email template available where you can provide information such as accident forms or policies that can be sent by email to the parents. We also have another form of communication by email where you can send bulletins, letters, newsletters, etc. to individual parents or all the parents. I will now show you the sign in and out feature. I've created a login credential for the sign in and out feature, which can be used on any portable device at the entrance. Once you logged in, click on the check in and out, and it will come up with a PIN pad. Every staff and parent have a unique code which is located in the staff login details or the registered children's list. If a parent comes in and enter their PIN number in, they can confirm it's their child, check in, and that will be logged onto the system. I have now logged in as a parent onto the system, as you can see. As an admin for the nursery, I have allocated his child to the parent's login details. Now the parent have access to the PIN number where they can sign in and sign out. They have access to the child's information and profile, daily reports, learning journal, calendar, and the payments and funding. They have access to the events list, and as a parent they can go under action and click on the consent or the attend button. They also can send instant direct messages back to the nursery as well. Now we have come to the end of our demo. We are always working to improve and keep this system up to date. We are looking forward to adding more features onto the system in the near future. If you have any further questions or would like to inquire about our Childcare Gateways system, please do contact us. Thank you.